Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the Italian Grand Prix. Welcome to life in the fast lane. We're here at Monza in Italy, the home of Ferrari. But who will take home the points this weekend? Lando Norris delivered for his team in the last race and will head into this weekend with plenty of confidence. Can the Brits bring it home in this round too? Stay with us then for what should be an exciting weekend.
We are home. Welcome to round number 16 of this Ferrari 2024 season playthrough. I'm Dino, and I will be your chauffeur for about the next 6.5 or 7 minutes, depending on how entertaining this race is. So, yeah, coming off of a promising Dutch GP, still not looking too great in the championship, but we are not out of it yet. We have upgrades on both of the cards, and more upgrades to come. Hopefully, good things in front of the Tifosi. Please, for my job's sake. No, get out of the way. Amazing. Well, thank you there to whoever the McLaren driver was, although I think we'll be able to get through this run pretty much A-okay in terms of traffic. Maybe Hulkenberg. I think Hulkenberg held this up. So Hamilton goes P2, provisionally ahead of Fernando Alonso, and we are absolutely going to have to go again with Charles Leclerc. Thankfully, we did opt to go out again as we have dropped into the relegation zone. Surely, though, although we're not improving, but most of our time was in the last sector, should be comfortably... Uh-oh. There's no way that we're going to be out with Charles Leclerc. Uh-oh. Yuki. Our luck with traffic thus far in this career mode has been abysmal, to say the least. I can only imagine this isn't going to be a great run. Thankfully, we sat out Lewis Hamilton on a used set, but half a second off Lando Norris. That's it's not going to cut it. I would imagine with 2 green sectors, should be relatively easy. Q3, right? Should be safe. I like what I'm seeing. Even on a used set of soft compound rubber, we are provisionally going to go to the top of the board. I do not believe Lando Norris was impeded. We'll see if we can actually complete the lap. It's going to be a 1:19.0 for Lewis Hamilton, much to the delight of the Tifosi. Let's see what we can do on a new set of tires. Just when you think we've got it all sewn up, Lando Norris goes ahead and drops a nuke on us. So we've now fallen to P4. We are green in the middle sector, however, not improving in the first. Well, back ahead of Verstappen into P3, but what's it going to look like for everybody else? I'd imagine Piastri goes ahead of us. Of course, McLaren went too. Can we at least hold on to P4? P4. All right.
Final checks have been carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway.
Starting 22nd on the grid, it'll be a real ask of them to produce anything of note in this race.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. Here we go. It's the Italian Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go.
Away we go for everybody except for Charles Leclerc. We opted to put in a new ERS soon. He'll become from the pit lane today. However, for Lewis Hamilton, we have a major opportunity as Leclerc finally gets underway with his Grand Prix. Looks like we might lose a spot here to Verstappen. Actually going to be able to hold on to it for the moment, but as you can see, medium hard for him, medium hard for Leclerc. Hopefully not too bad of a race. Maybe we'll get lucky with the safety car. Just got to hope for the best, but really, today might be Lewis's day.
The wheels just lock up there, and they'll need to be mindful of the effect that had on the tyres.
Oh boy, some sort of mechanical fault there for Fernando Alonso. Sees him retire on the exit of turn 2, and we've got a safety car. As you can see, the Hearts can just barely make it to the end of this Grand Prix, so we'll be calling both of our guys into the pit road, although I do wonder if everybody else is going to be coming with. Oh, it's going to be a busy place. Let's see if we win the lottery here. So all the pit crews in the field, and you can see my PC is not having a fun time rendering all this. No holdups there for Lewis. Are we going to come out with the lead? Not quite. We did jump ahead of George Russell. Let's see what happens with Charles Leclerc coming in from P11. We're going to cycle out in P11. Not bad.
Now what happened there, Karun?
We see the RB team waiting there. Oh, but there's an issue with the front left.
Oh, here we go to the end of this Grand Prix. At least I would assume so. Bargain on the safety car. George Russell's going to bring him down nice and slow. They have opted to put him on a set of medium compounds rubber, whilst everybody else has gone onto a set of hards. I like the strategy gamble. We'll see what happens here with Lewis Hamilton. Just got to keep George Russell in our sights. For Charles Leclerc, make hay while the getting's good. Oh,
we've got a yellow flag here.
Don't care.
Can they squeeze by?
Damn it. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc's made his way up into P9. We will have to use some battery here to keep ourselves back in the train as Lewis Hamilton has gone back up into P2. As George Russell has driven off into the distance, although I do wonder if they're going to pit Russell one more time before the end of this Grand Prix. Oh, I don't know what's happening there, but we just went up a spot, so we'll take it.
And save fuel.
No! What? We lost 2 spots? Did we really have to do that? Oh my god. How are we... I don't know what just happened, but we're now nose to tail. I'm going to put Leclerc immediately on at least medium aggression, so there's no extra risk being taken. But Lewis Hamilton with a terrible couple of corners, and we're now behind Carlos Sainz. Okay, I'm going to let him race. Just don't lose too much time. Oh my god, Leclerc's not wasting any time. No team orders. Charles Leclerc up to P5. This will be a start if we can just get ahead of Carlos Sainz. Up the inside for Charles Leclerc. Nothing done there.
You're doing a good job.
We're still in it, somewhat.
Copy that.
Uh-oh. Teammates. Oof.
The gap opens up for them.
You have got to be kidding me. Not 1, but 2 positions lost. 4-0.
And there, that certainly looks like a terminal failure. What a shame.
Ooh, wow. So as Lewis Hamilton has lost another spot here to Oliver Behrman as he's developed the fault of his own, Lando Norris seemingly has a terminal fault now. They're not always terminal, but if we see Lando come in the pit lane, I'm going to lose my mind, and that blows this race wide open.
Then behind we have...
The opportunity's there.
Yes! Net P2, baby.
working on
Not entirely sure why, because the game didn't give us a replay, but we've got a safety car. I can only imagine it's for Isaac Hadjor. George Russell needs to go buy a lottery ticket, so the Mercedes man will come in. We will be joining him in the pit lane here with Charles Leclerc. However, we are going to stay out with Lewis Hamilton. Let's see where we cycle out here. So everybody and their mother is going to come in here. Yeah, George Russell needs to go buy a lottery ticket ASAP. But with Lewis Hamilton's fault, I feel like we're just going to wind up putting ourselves back in the hornet's nest. Let's take a gamble and try to stay out here. We're going to cycle out at P2, and I do wonder if Lando Norris will be emerging from the pit lane. Both McLarens have been held. Coming to the end of the second safety car period, we've got quite an interesting looking running order. So we have kept Lewis out there on a set of hard compound tires. We're going to tell him to deploy at all costs. And Leclerc and everybody else besides Pierre Gasly on a set of mediums. As you can see, Norris, with that supposedly terminal fault, is still circulating in P11. And Liam Lawson down in P15. This is a huge opportunity for us. Got to make the most of it. Let's see what happens. Not going to call team orders here, but I will tell Lewis maybe after the Ascari chicane to lay off the battery. Leclerc's not even going to give him the opportunity. Charles Leclerc up to P2. Go get Georgie. Just imagine the screens of the Tifosi in your head. Obviously, with Charles, got to try to hold on to this now. I think this is a 1v1 between ourselves and George Russell. And then once again for Lewis Hamilton, just trying to survive.
Gap to sign behind, 6.3.
I cannot believe Norris is still... Norris and Lance Stroll as well. Speaking of Lance Stroll, is going to go boom. That's going to be the end of his race, as well as Max Verstappen. I mean, it's a shame what's happened this far today with Lewis, but this is still a huge opportunity for the points. Oh my God. Also, as Liam Lawson retires from this Grand Prix, I do believe a safety car is out. Charles Leclerc is going to win in Monza again in front of the Tifosi. I don't know where Norris is stopped on track. I believe it's the exit of Ascari. Hopefully no nasty glitches. That was a little close for comfort, but I think we're going to go ahead and do it. Let's fucking go!
Charles Leclerc there, taking home the win.
I don't think anyone could be disappointed with a race like that. A consummate professional through and through.
Da 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 and all that jazz. Charles Leclerc is your winner here at Monza. Shame about Lewis Hamilton. I really thought today was going to be his day, but with the double DNF of Red Bull and the DNF of Lando Norris, this just got us a huge boost in the points. So better. Well, we'll save it. We had that gearbox issue. We'll have that fixed for the next one. It's a shame for Lewis, but for Charles. Forza Ferrari, Forza Charles. Let's go.
Now isn't that the kind of drive we love to see from Charles Leclerc?
What a brilliant race that was for the team. They just did everything right. The driver included, of course.
That makes it all worth it, doesn't it? Seeing your team ready to share the celebrations. And the Monegasque driver certainly proved his worth with a terrific drive today.
4 superb wins to their name now this year, and it's been a pleasure watching them drive.
And that, right there, is a picture-perfect end to this weekend in Monza.